Hey, welcome back to Logical Republican. Thanks for stopping in today. Still hanging out here in Silicon Valley, and just wanted to kind of show you a few things. So I just left the parking lot, or I just drove through the parking lot of a company called Supermicro, and they are a big artificial intelligence company. And I just saw in addition to a whole bunch of Mercedes AMGs and Porsches, I counted, just driving by, 5 Cybertrucks. So million dollar employees, and I'm leaving their parking lot. And here on the left, I'm just showing you this. This is a trailer park. Now we're gonna drive through this trailer park, but first, just wanted to show you a couple things. Now, about 15 years ago, these homes here on the right were built. These are all single-family homes, kind of small, a micro lot with really not any backyard. These homes here that are actually falling apart now are going for about $1.3 million. Okay? Now, on my left here, we have townhouses. These townhouses were built about 10 years ago, and they are starting to fall apart. At least it looks like. I'm seeing cracks and that sort of thing. These townhouses are going for about $1 million a pop. Okay? So just bear with me here for a second as we go along this journey. Now, the election that we just had was something that I had talked about the other day when I was in East Palo Alto, right? Equality and equity, right? Kamala Harris is talking about equality and equity. Here are those townhouses that I was talking about here on the left. Just beige, and more beige. But Kamala Harris was talking about equity, equality, everybody ending up in the same place, all of these things. Well, we know that the lefties, these elite liberals, really could care less about the underclass, except during election time, right? You wonder why so many blacks are going over to the Republican Party. Why did so many black people vote for Donald Trump? Because they're sick of the election time pandering. Oh, we're going to take care of you. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. It doesn't happen. It never materializes. They get breadcrumbs. Oh, we'll give you an EBT card, or welfare, or something. Oh, job training. Yes, we ran out of funding. Those crappy Republicans cut it. We're really sorry, but we'll get you back next election time. Don't worry. Never happens. As we saw in Palo Alto, million dollar homes. The only Mexicans you see aren't neighbors. They're the gardeners. They're the busboys. Well, here, I'm going to show you something a little bit different. Something that's kind of interesting. As we kind of go through the gate here, I'm just going to put the phone down a little bit. We're going into a trailer park, the one that I showed you a little bit ago. This is actually a higher end trailer park. And the reason I had to put the phone down there was because there's actually a security guard at the gate that is like checking visitors. So again, this is kind of a high-end trailer park. Now, the Democrats would come in here and they would show this place, and they would show this as a reason why we need equity, why we need equality, why we need funding for whatever. And I will come right out and say, no, that is not the case. If you look at these homes here, right? Again, this is no way around it. This is a trailer park, right? These are all manufactured homes, probably all 30 years old. They have carports, no garages. There's no basement, there's no attic, there's no central AC. There's none of this stuff. They've got satellite dishes on their roofs. They don't have a backyard. They have whatever the heck that is. But you know what? I've known some people that have lived here. And by and large, most of the people that live here are immigrants. I mean, that's not that's not like, earth-shaking news or anything. But I'm going to go around the block here. There was a for sale sign. Most of the immigrants here are Mexican American and Vietnamese American. Okay? Now, these mobile homes here aren't cheap. You might think, oh, it's just a mobile home. How much can it be? Well, let me tell you, a mobile home like that is probably $250,000. And why is that? Well, the reason being is because that crappy townhouse outside was $1 million. So to say that these mobile homes here, where you don't even own the land and you're leasing the land, are, cheap, it's definitely not the case. So why, you ask, would somebody spend $250,000 on a mobile home in a mobile home park where you don't own the land? Well, let me explain to you why. Is because, again, these are mostly immigrants, and this is their piece of the American pie, albeit however small. And what they are doing is, A, they are getting jobs, sometimes 2-3 jobs, at these companies doing like manufacturing work, assembly work. They're working for the high-tech companies doing I don't want to say it's manual labor, because it's skilled manual labor, but that's basically what they're doing. And they're making $18, $20, $25 an hour, whatever, doing this kind of work. And what they're doing is getting their kids basically visibility to what's possible out here. Yeah, they could move to, like, I don't know, Iowa or something, Illinois, or the Dakotas, and buy a home for $250,000 on land that's big. But what opportunities are their kids going to have? So their kids go to school, their kids then go to college, and then their kids become doctors and dentists and lawyers. The number of Vietnamese American dentists and doctors and nurses and lawyers in Santa Clara County is staggering. And you know what? Most of those kids grew up in something like this. And then their parents moved out, and then they sold it to another generation who is repeating. It's like wash, rinse, repeat. And they just go on and on and on. And again, people can say, oh, this is a horrible place. Or, how can people live like this? Well, in all honesty, looking around here, I don't see any crime. I don't see any drug dealing. I don't see any issues. This could be Mayberry RFD basic neighborhood anywhere. Another place for sale. No issues here. It's clean. There's no dogs wandering around. Another place for sale. A brand new home, it says. There are no stray dogs. There are no stray cats. There are no rodents. There is nothing going on here. There is not dog poop. There are no homeless people. This is, for all intents and purposes, a nice community. But look how much it goes on. On, and there's an Amazon truck. So people here can actually afford Amazon. Oh, what a concept. Yes, they work. But look how big this mobile home park is. This trailer park, whatever you want to call it. It's huge. It goes on and on and on. I don't know how many homes are in here. 500, 800, maybe more. I honestly, I don't know. The land here, I'm sure, is worth $100 million, just the land itself, considering that just bare land in Silicon Valley is $1.5 million an acre. So instead of looking at this as, oh, equity, these poor people, I look at what's going on here and the people who live here as living the American dream. It might not look like it now, but this is somebody's piece of the American dream right here. This little house right here, that little house there, that little house there. That is somebody's American dream, because we don't know where they came from. They don't know, we don't know what their life was like in some other country. They had a Lexus. So anyways, this is kind of my take on what's going on here in Silicon Valley and the opportunities that people actually have. They grasp the opportunities. They take the opportunities. They take the bull by the horn and run with it. So anyways, thanks for stopping in today. If you like what you see, like what you hear, please do hit that like button, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. See ya.